Hi, this is Pastor Bill, and I'm down here in my basement, and I am going to be turning this big, heavy piece of Pyrex glass, 8 inches in diameter, into a telescope mirror. And the way I'm going to do that, well, I'm going to be doing it by hand, grinding it by hand, and so I'm going to show you how. First off, here's the blank, called a mirror blank, and I'm going to be using this thing, which is a piece of plate glass, called a tool, and this is going to be on the bottom, and I'm going to grind them both at the same time, and basically this is going to end up also spherical, but it's going to be the opposite of this piece, which is going to be on top. And the first thing I did was I took this little doohickey right here, and I beveled the edge all along the edge here of both the tool and the glass, so that I don't have chipping little pieces of glass, and I have to keep it beveled as I'm doing this project. And then the other thing is I have to gouge out a depression in the middle and then gradually bring it up until there's hardly any depression on the edge. And so that's called a sagitta in the middle, and it's going to be, I hope to be, right about there, 0.08 inches in the center, and then it will gradually get shallower and shallower and shallower towards the edge. If I do it right, of course, which probably will fail miserably. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this stuff. It's called silicone carbonate, and it is grit number 60. It's a nice heavy grit, and that's what's going to help me gouge it out. And I'm going to take water, and I'm going to spray down the surface of the tool with water. See how much water is pouring out of there? Oh my goodness.
Don't think it's working.
You don't think it's working.
You might need to turn it.
Yeah, maybe something's. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, here we got the dumb thing working. Ah!
Guess not.
There it is. There it is. Yay! Okay, so we put tons of water, lots of water on here. And the reason is because we don't want silicone carbonate and glass shards to be in the air and us breathing it in. Very, very bad. So the water will contain the glass shards. So we get half a teaspoon of this stuff here, and we sprinkle it out on the mirror surface, like so. Now, what I want to do is, I'm going to start. Since I want to gouge out the center, I'm going to start from with the center, about 2 inches. Oops, actually, let me start in the middle here and sort of move this stuff around. So I'm going to start about here, and the center of the mirror needs to be about 2 inches from the edge here. And then I'm going to move it up so it is back and forth, so it's about 1 inch. Actually, I want to straighten this out. About 1 inch from the center. So it's overhanging, maybe 40% overhang here, and then I'm going to go back and forth like this. And the reason is I want the center of the mirror, because that's where the most glass is going to get removed. I want that to be on touching the tool all the time. And so this part, I don't want to take as much glass off. So sometimes this part is going to be hanging here, and sometimes it's going to be overhanging over here. So not as much glass will be removed, but the center will always be over the glass. And I'm going to slowly move it in this direction. You know, as I remove more and more glass from the center, I'm going to slowly move it towards the inside. So let's see. I got it, but the center's about there. Yeah, it's about right. And so this is the stroke here. Let's see. Okay, now, about 10 strokes, then we move the base in a kind of a random direction, like about that, and then we move the top in the opposite direction, and we put it back, and let's try to center it, like about that, and then back to that. And then we repeat that for about 3 to 6 hours, depending on how much pressure I apply. I'm a skinny man. I'm thinking it's going to be closer to 6 hours. Pretty darn tedious, if you ask. Really tedious, but that's the job. Lots of water, Lots of this stuff, because this stuff breaks down pretty quickly, and lots of back and forth hard work. Now, there's a very good reason why I want to be doing this by hand instead of just buying one or having a machine do it. I'll talk about that as we go on with the project. Next time, figuring. I'll be done with the grinding, and then we're going to go to figuring, which is polishing it even more. So until we meet again, God bless you, my friends, and take care.